Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. Welcome. Welcome. You have gone on a wild ass journey. You didn't even realize it, but you've been pushed out of bizarre world. Yup. And you look around. I know, don't look around. Everything is okay. But you are not in bizarre world. So keep walking, and you keep walking, and your shoes are getting dusty, and it's getting real dark. But then, down like a foot or two, you see a girl, and she's calling for you.
I love it! You guys are so great!
Yeah. But then you start looking to the left of you, and you notice it's so beautiful over there. I should have been playing this whole time. But it's so beautiful on the left side. There is blue trees outlined in pink, and the trunk of the tree is also pink, outlined in blue. It's really weird, but the grass is purple, and the sky is kind of red. Not exactly blood red, but like the kind of red that you would see on Barney. It's almost pink, but it's definitely red. It's like red mixed with white, but not to the point of pink. And then you look up a little farther, and there's tie-dye mountains with this nice golden waterfall. Looks very enticing to try it, but you look at the river flowing down from that mountain, and it literally looks like pee. But the girl tells you, hey, look, there's a fork in the road. We got to decide which way to go. So you're looking, and then you look to the right of you, and there is nothing but a faint glimmer of light way on yonder. And you look at the girl, and she's like, I've been over there before, but she won't tell you what's over there. But she's like, yeah, it's fine. And then you see a raccoon, and you're like, well, raccoons can't be bad, right? There's no horror movies about a raccoon. So you take the right. And then you walk, and you notice it's not even dusty over here. And you're like, yeah, what the fuck? But then you see a sign, and it's kind of messed up. And it says, welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe. But it doesn't say what universe you're even in. You're in the YouTuberverse. So you keep walking a little ways, and then you see a church. And there's a lot of steps because it takes effort to get into this church because the because no lazy ass people deserve to be in here. So it takes some effort to get up here. And then you get up here and there's no door. There's just a sign that hits you in the face as soon as you get there that says, welcome to the party pin. We clap for you. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because he did not fucking say that. Fight me. He did not say that. And definitely not the way you mean it. So we are on a journey to find out what God did say. Yeah, we're going to find out what he did say. It's going to be great. So, if that sounds like fun, come this way, because I got a fucking story for you. So, come this way. I am your superstone sage. No, I am the saint of awesome. Your superstone sage. Saint Nikki get the grit. Clap for me, I clap for you. Yeah, we're good. I'm coming to you freshly showered in my Christmas pajamas that Supersonic bought me. They're also very pink, so it's awesome. Yeah. So, we are on the book of Ezekiel. Yeah, we are in book 1 of God Said What? And we are on Ezekiel chapter 15. Yeah, we are in chapter 15. And where we left off is God was talking a bunch of shit. Right, like he was talking mad shit. Because these terrible ass people have pissed him off to the nth degree. And he's like, you guys suck. I'm going to kill most of you. And he's also talking shit about Babylon. But I'm not exactly sure what Babylon did. It doesn't exactly say what Babylon did. But again, we haven't read the full story of Babylon either. But we don't know what Babylon did. They might have only did the taking these people out of Israel or whatever, even though God told them to. God was like, kill all the people except for a few. And then God's like, I'm going to kill you for doing me a solid. Not exactly sure about that either. But we are going to find out all about it. So come and join me. I have everything you need. I have cannabis. I have cigarettes. I have coffee. And I have a chair. Wait, with your name on it. Cat beds and canine space. So bring your animals. It's cool.
Awesome!
Thank you. I also find it awesome. So I totally appreciate you. Yes. Yes, I do.
I love it. You guys are so great.
They are really great, aren't they? Imaginary lady. She's my imaginary ghost. So she thinks you guys are great. So come and have a seat. Yes. Hi, Chris. How are you? You showed up for my intro. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we are going into the book Ezekiel. So speaking of the Bible, did you ever figure out what you wanted to say about last night? Because I know it took some thinking, some brain thinking. Did you come up with anything? And if not, it don't really matter. But I like to know what people think. I like to know I did a good job. You know, what's the point of a shower if you end up smelling like an angry chili dog after your shower? It's like, I wash my armpits, but I don't know. Something about showering makes you smell worse. I don't know. Maybe it's only me, but I get stress sweat a lot because it's hard to walk. But I didn't think I was stressful going to get in a shower. I don't know. Maybe it is because I do have to have somebody else bathe me. So maybe. I don't know. But anyway, enough of that bullshit. There are people that are supposed to show up. Salt of the earth is my main takeaway. Yeah, because you are the flavor packet of life. Flavor packet of life. And your flavor is very mysterious. I think they would call that savory when you can't explain something, you call it savory, whether it's good or bad. I think you are the good kind of savory. Not slavery, but S-A savory. Yeah. Right. My flavor is angry chili dog with tilted whirling miracles and carnivals of Fago. We're just trying to tell you all about the right Joker or the spectacular. Well, I don't know. I might be done for. Okay. Well, guess I'm gonna take off this robe because it's hot. This robe is so warm. I think I'm gonna wear it all my life except for today because it's really hot. It's one of those sweater things. I'm milk of MSG and hot sauce. Well, people like that. And Asian people add MSG to everything. So maybe you're like a secret ninja because I'm also a secret ninja. I'm a ramen noodle spice packet. I'm ramen noodle flavoring. I'm the chicken kind. I'm the ramen noodle flavor packet. I'm the cheese they put on Doritos. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess other people aren't here. We've been doing this for a second. So let's get on to chapter 15 of Ezekiel. 15 of Ezekiel. And it says, God is right at it. After he gives us the present of Jesus, he's right at it. Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying,
Yo, dude, how is the wood of the vine better than any other wood? The vine branch, which is among the trees of the forest, is wood taken from it to make any object, or can men make a peg from it to hang any vessel on? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. But okay. So can they make a nail? It is thrown into the fire for fuel. Okay, so it's no good. Okay. It is the fire devours both ends of it, and its middle is burned. Is it useful for any work? Indeed. When it was whole, no object could be made from it. How much less will it be useful for any work when the fire has devoured it and it is burned? Okay, so you are not a vine. So when Paul tells you in the New Testament, be on the vine, no, the vine fucking burns. Don't be on the vine. God is telling you right here. Do not listen to Paul because he's bullshit. Don't be on the vine because the vine gets burned. He's lying to you. I'm sorry, that's New Testament shit. We're not there, nor will we ever get there because I'm not spreading that lying ass bullshit. I did it one time and I'll never do it again. At least hopefully I'll never do it again. Unless I get to point out all the bullshit in it. But people get mad when I do that. Especially when I do it in God voice. People don't like that. Okay. Among the trees, it is burned. Like the wood of the vine among the trees of the forest, which I have given to the fire for fuel. So I will give up the inhabitants of Jewland, and I will set my face against them. They will go from one fire, but another shall devour them. Then you shall know the fuck I is when I set my face against them. I will make the land desolate because they have persisted in being dick fucks. I hate these people. Well, okay, me, God, right now in God voice. I do not hate these people. But Nikki K the Great, the Saint of Awesome, hates these people in a very angry way. It's not like she hates them and then they do something great and then she likes them again. No, she hates them all the way. Like, all the way that you can hate a person. Nikki K the Great hates these characters in this Bible. They're terrible. But me, God, right now in God voice, you see me, I'm spanking their ass. So Nikki K can get over herself. I'm just kidding. That's the end of that chapter, though. So,
Yeah, Chris. Now that you're the only one here, I hope you had a great time listening to how much Jesus loved you on Christmas. Like, he loved you so much, he left you a rule book. Yeah. And it's up to those who understand it to tell what it means. So, you're going to kind of understand it, so you can pass on the knowledge to others. Because that's the whole point of this. Man, I shouldn't have never spilled coffee on this wig. Because this wig is what smells like that. Smells like old coffee and cat pee. But my cats didn't pee on it. This old coffee smells like cat pee. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Now we know how gross I am. Whatever. I don't know how to wash this wig. Do I just throw it in my washing machine? I don't fucking know. I'm so confuzzled. I'm hanging out. It's weird how little people get that. Oh, let me turn my other chat on so I could see. Okay. This is the one I'm reading. I'm hanging out. It's weird how little people get that rule book. That's because they want to validate their own bullshit. I don't really want to validate my bullshit, even though it is validated all the fucking time throughout this book. I just want to spread the news for some raccoon food. Well, okay. I want to spread the word, mostly to spread the word. But if I could get some raccoon food out of it, I definitely will. Because these raccoons are expensive. Yeah. Oh, well, and I have a lot of cats also. So maybe they wouldn't be so expensive if I didn't have 13 house cats and like 15 outside cats. Things wouldn't be so expensive. But I have a hoarding problem. I hoard cats in boxes, and Dustin hoards toys. So we get along just fine. But our house is cluttered because both of us have ADHD and post-traumatic stress disorder, which we did to each other. We gave each other mental illness. But we work it out. We just have separate living rooms. And then we're good. And then I hang out with you guys every night, so my mental illness goes away. And he plays his video games, so his mental illness goes away. We just gotta work on not hurting each other, emotionally. But Jesus' little rule book right there has saved my ass many times. I just opened a present I ordered for myself. Forgot what it was. It's a nice surprise. So does drunk you order you romantic gifts? Because I know somebody that used to do that. Get drunk and then order themselves something nice. Yep. That is a real thing that happened. I just wait for other people to buy me nice things. Okay. Holy. Oh my God. Holy cow. Ugh. Holy cow. What the fizz up? Okay. Chapter 16 is rather long. Like, way, way long. And nobody showed up. People are going to show up at the end again. And I'm not. You'll understand the more you get to know me. I'm both always drunk and never drunk. If you are drunk and you think you're never drunk, you're way too drunk. That is a problem. And you may be functioning until you fall apart. Just also keep that in mind. And you've got a daughter, you should not be drunk. You're a single father. But I'm not judging you because I smoke weed and I have 3 kids. So I cannot say anything. But I'm telling you, how do you wash a wig? I'm gonna throw it in a pillowcase and then tie off the pillowcase and just wash my wig in the washer. Okay. But I've been to rehab. I've been a crack whore for at least a year and a half. So you can be functioning until you're not. But this is not a war of drunken highness. We're not doing that to each other because, well, it's a stupid thing to do to each other. So I'm not going to do it to you because I hate when people do it to me. Well, they don't do it to me anymore, but they used to. And I know how bad that sucks. It's like, you ain't fucking judging me. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you from the kindness of my heart because I've been in the box. And the box is a fucking terrible place to be. It's one of the saddest places to be. But I can't say shit. I smoke weed and I have 3 kids. They're all grown-ass adults now, but they weren't like 3 years ago. So just keep that in mind. I'm not judging you. I'm just doing the sage thing, man. The sage thing is the thing that I do the best. Or at least my dad tells me that because I give him great sage advice. I always worry about you. You're part of my life now. My chat is my life. I don't have anything else. Like, literally don't have anything else. So, you guys are the only things I worry about. Other than my cats and my raccoons. And if you want to know something, I've only had motherly emotions towards these cats and raccoons, and I mostly have it for the raccoons. Like, I have no mothering instincts for anything but cats and raccoons. It's really weird. Because I'm a terrible person. No, but nature needs to be taken care of. You have to take care of nature, and then nature will take care of you. Or at least that's how it's supposed to go. I know we can be friends because I love you. Yeah. I love you like you're one of my pets. That's why we all pick animals. Yep. And what animal did you pick? There's somebody that picked a hair-lipped dog, which was amazing. I think that's 7. What animal did you pick? I don't think I ever asked you to pick an animal. Yeah, pick an animal, Chris. And then we'll get on to chapter 16. That's going to be long for no fucking reason. And hopefully people will come today. But I didn't share this out with anybody. No, we're not sharing this out anymore. But I got a new subscriber last night. But I'm sure I just lost a subscriber. I'm sure she's not subscribed anymore because I'm not reading the New Testament. Oh, a raccoon. I did ask. See? So I love you more than anything because you're a raccoon. And raccoons are my spirit animal. Yeah. Because I'm shisty, adaptable. I put things in my mouth that shouldn't be there. And I'm I can get comfortable anywhere. Yep. That's why they're my spirit animal. And the whole reason I got raccoons in the first place is because a mom, and dad raccoon showed up at my door with a baby raccoon and then left him here. I named him Cletus. And then he brought all of his friends that were bigger than him. And then they all had babies. So I'm feeding like 3 families of raccoons because not people, a mom and dad raccoon dropped off their baby at my front door. Literally what happened. That's Dustin. It tried to run up on me and everything, and Dustin made me go in the house, but it was trying to be friends with me because its mom and dad told it to be my friend. Yep. And I'm sorry my cousin keeps trying to make you marry me. You do not want to marry me. I'm telling you, I'm terrible. And I couldn't marry you anyway. I live in Ohio. I'm fucked up and I got more mental diseases than you need to know about. And I don't mean like disease, like disease. No, I mean like my brain is broken. Completely broken, shattered. Okay. Now we can hit this joint, take that shot, and read chapter 16. Okay. So, Ezekiel chapter 16. This is going to be a long chapter. When the word of the Lord came to me saying, I told him to just give me a day. Just give me one day. Don't be so angry in my head. That's not what he said, but that's what he should have said. Like, God, give me a break. Let's take a Kit Kat at the bar. But me, Ezekiel, I did not say that. But God was like,
Yo, dude, I'm not giving you any rest. You gotta tell these people. You gotta tell them exactly what I said because it's important. Because these people are gonna be caught so off guard if you don't tell them. So you need to tell them. Oh God, I'm about to give it to you, dude. Okay. Yo, dude, cause Julian to know her abominations and say, thus says the Lord God of Jewland. But originally, I was the god of these terrible ass people. I don't know why they make the distinction because I'm like the god of everything. I'm the Lord of hosts. That means everybody. Yeah. But for some reason, they're calling me the god of Jewland. But I'm more than that. I just want you to know I'm more than the god of Jewland. I am awesome. Okay. So anyway, tell Jewland your birth and your nativity are from the land of Canaan. No, it's not. It's from the land of Ur. What do you mean? What is this saying? Because it's not. No. Julian did not come from Canaan. Whatever. Your father was an Amorite and your mother a Hittite. Okay, Rachel was a Hittite, but Jacob was not. Jacob was do all the way through. Although there was a lot of blood mixing back then. They went to places and then fornicated with those people, but they did not come out of Canaanite. So I don't exactly know what me, God, right now in God voice was saying because I don't know if that's exactly true because really, they they came out of Jewland because Jacob and Esau were sons of Isaac, and Isaac was the son of Abraham, and Abraham was from Ur. So I don't exactly know. There's some Jewery in this bullshit. It's not bullshit. It's my unofficial biography, but I don't know if that's a real thing because I'm pretty sure Abe was a Chaldean. He was half Chaldean. I think his mom was a Jew, an original one, and his dad was Chaldean. So, a or actually, his dad might have been the original Jew, and his mother was a Chaldean. But he came out of the land of Chaldea, and he didn't worship any of the devil demon gods. He worshiped regular God. And then God kicked him out of his house and said, "Don't let the door split you or don't let the door hit you where me, God, right now in God voice, split you because you need to get the fizzuck out of here, dude." So, not exactly sure. But anyway, I'm gonna keep reading this. Your father an Amorite and your mother a Hittite. Although I believe Rachel was a Hittite. Okay. Your nativity and you were born. No. And your mother on the day you were born, your navel cord was not cut, nor were you washed in the water to cleanse you. You were not rubbed with salt or wrapped in swaddling clothes. No eye pitied you to do any of these things for you, to have compassion on you, but you were thrown out into the open field when you yourself were loathed on the day you were born. And then I passed by you and saw you struggling in your own blood. And I said to you, in your blood, live. Yes, I said to you, in your blood, live. I made you thrive. Oh, oh. The cats are getting in the treats. They're so smart. They are so smart. Yup, the cats in the treats, they're bad guys. Okay. I made you thrive like a plant in the field, and you grew, matured, and became very beautiful. You're God damn. I'm a freak. Man, me God right now, I'm a freak. Your breasts were formed, your hair grew, but you were naked and free. Oh, it doesn't say that. It says you were naked and bare. When I passed by you again and looked upon you, indeed, your time was the time of love. Oh, God. Man, this is a porno. Like, this is a porn and words. But I'm a freak. So I spread my wing over you and covered your nakedness. Yes, I swore an oath to you and entered into a covenant with you, and you became mine. Then I wash you in water. Yes, I thoroughly washed off your blood and anointed you with oil. I clothed you in embroidered cloth and gave you sandals of badger skin. I clothed you with fine linen and covered you with silk. I adorned you with ornaments, put bracelets on your wrist and a chain on your neck. I put a jewel in your nose, earrings in your ears, and a beautiful crown on your head. Thus you were adorned with gold and silver, and your covering was of fine linen, silk, and embroidered cloth. You ate pastries of fine flour, honey, oil. You were exceedingly beautiful and succeeded to royalty. Your fame went out among the nations because of your beauty, for it was perfect through my splendor, which I have bestowed on you. But you trusted in your own beauty, played the hose bag because of your fame, and poured out your harlotry on everyone passing by who would have it. You took some of your garments and adorned and adored multicolored high places for yourself. You played the harlot on them. Such things should not happen, nor be. You have also taken your beautiful jewelry from my gold and my silver, you thieving assholes, or thieving assholes, which I had given you. Oh, yeah, no, that's right, you thieving assholes, I gave you shit. Fuck you. Okay, so you took my gold and my silver, which I had given you, and you made clit stimulators with them. That's not what that says. And you made and you made dildos and played the harlot with them. It says you made male images, but we all know that's a dildo. God called them out for making gold-plated dildos. You took your embroidered garments and covered them. You set my oil and my incenses before them. Also, my food which I gave you, the pastry of fine flour, oil, and honey, which I fed you. You set it before them as a sweet incense, and so it was. Moreover, oh, yeah, these people already have a problem with this, and they eat their children. Look, look, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, but this wild. This is crazy. Okay. Moreover, you took your sons and your daughters, whom you bore to me, and these you sacrificed them to be devoured, and also ate them. Were your acts of harlotry a small matter that you have slain my children and offered them up by causing them to pass through the fire? and all your abominations and the acts of harlotry, you did not remember the days of your youth when you were naked and bare, struggling in your blood. No, because me, God, right now in God voice, only reminded them a little bit of times. Mostly I remind them of Egypt and what I did in Egypt. I don't exactly, well, no, because I do. Well, I didn't remind them of that thing until right now. But I'm always reminding them how I kicked their ass for being stupid. But they never look at their own actions. They're like, oh yeah, this is stupid. I shouldn't do this. But nope. Then it was, after all your wickedness, woe to you, that you also built for yourselves a shrine and made a high place for yourself in every street. You built your high places at the end of every road and made your beauty to be abhorred. You offered yourself to everyone who passed by and multiplied your acts of harlotry. You also committed harlotry with the I can't. I forgot. I forgot I was this dirty. Man, I'm a freak. I don't even I don't even care. I don't man. This is I I can't. Oh, this is almost as funny as smelling like an angry chili dog after you take a shower. Weird. I don't know how that works like that. You know, you can put on deodorant once and then never smell like sweat for like a week, but then, then you take a shower and then all of a sudden you smell like angry chili dog. It's the weirdest fucking thing. But anyway, this thing right here, look. I can't. I can't. I can't even. God, me right now in God voice. I am freak nasty. I can't. Okay. Now I know why this is so long because part of it's funny. Look, look, it says, you played the harlotry with the Egyptians, your big membered neighbors. The Egyptians got the big dick. Why? Why do I even gotta say that? Why do I say you play the harlotry with these big dick dudes? What does it matter? Okay. And then it said, you did that, you did this dirty thing with your big dick neighbors and increased your acts of harlotry to provoke me to anger. Behold, I stretched out my hand against you, diminished your allotment, and gave you up to the will of law, all those who hate you. the daughters of the Philistines who were ashamed of your lewd behavior. Uh, you also played the harlot with the Assyrians because you were in, in, you were, wait, you were insatiable. Indeed, you have played the harlot with them, and still were not satisfied. Wow. I guess I need to know that word. Satisfied. You, but still were not satisfied. No, that's not the word. Insight, insatiable. Oh, I know that word. Hold on. Hold on. Insatiable. Ins, insatiable. Oh, I know that word. Wait, what is that word? Satiable. Insatiable. Insatiable. I know that word. Indeed, you played the harlot with them and still were not satisfied. Moreover, you multiplied your acts of harlotry as far as the land of the traitor, Chaldea, and even then you were not satisfied. How degenerate is your heart? Well, you already know. Me, God, right now in God voice, I already know that. So it's like a rhetorical question. Seeing you do all these things, the deeds of a brazen harlot, you erected your shrine at the head of every road and built your high place in every street. Yet you were not like a harlot because you scorned payment. You are an adulterous wife who takes strangers instead of her husband. I know a bitch like that. Yeah, I do. To my really good friend, she fucking does that. Yeah, read that again. Read that again, hosebag. Read that. You are not like a harlot because you scorn payment. You are an adulterous wife who takes strangers instead of her husband. You fucking hosebag. Men take payment. Men take payment to all the hosebags, but you made your payment to all your lovers around for your harlotry. Yeah, you're a backwards ass hosebag. Yeah, quit giving your money to these fucking weirdos. Make them pay you. Stop being a dumb bitch. You are the opposite of other women in your harlotry because you do it ass backwards, you dumb bitch. Okay, hold on. Because no one solicited you to be a harlot. You just decided to be a hosebag to my really good friend. Yeah, take that and shove it, bitch. And that you gave payment, but no payment was given to you because you were stupid. Now then, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord. Because of your filthiness, I want to say things, but I'm not going to say things because that person knows what the fuck she did. and she needs to repent for that shit and have sex with her own husband. Okay. Thus says the Lord, because of your filthiness was poured out, and your nakedness uncovered, in your harlotry with your lovers, and with all your abominable idols, and because of the blood of your children, which you gave to them. Surely I will gather all your lovers with whom you took pleasure, all those who you loved, and all those you hated. I will gather them from all around against you, and will uncover your nakedness to them, that they may see all of it. And I will judge you as a woman who breaks wedlock or sheds blood are judged. I will bring blood upon you with my Tommy gunner fury and jealousy. I will also give you into their hand, and they shall throw down your shrines and break your high places. They shall also strip you of your clothes, take your beautiful jewelry, and leave you naked and afraid. They shall also bring up an assembly against you, and they shall stone you with stones, and thrust you through with their swords. They shall burn your houses with fire, execute judgments on you in the sight of many women, and I will make you cease playing the harlot, because I'm going to smack your ass down and you ain't going to be able to move for like the rest of your life. And then you'll just be reading the Bible out loud on camera. And then you'll say, okay, I promise to do that. And then you'll spend 8 years doing that and fighting about fucking everything. So, get used to it. Okay. And you shall no longer hire lovers. So I will lay to rest my Tommy gunner fury, and my jealousy shall depart from you. I will be quiet and angry no more, because you did not remember the days of your youth, but agitated me with all this bullshit. Surely I will also recompense your deeds on your head, and you shall not commit lewdness in addition to all your abominations. Okay, I gotta do verse 44 in a second, but that was a lot of reading. Means to be free of hunger. Okay. It took me a long time to learn that word. I so love you. Okay. I love you also. So it means you cannot be satisfied. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah. Everybody quit watching again. I wish people would watch because it's taking so fucking long. Oh my God. I didn't realize this was this long because I wouldn't talk so much about angry chili dogs. But I really need to wash this wig. I do. I need to figure out how to wash it. Okay. Now we are in verse 44. Okay. Indeed, everyone who quotes Proverbs will use this proverb like mother, like daughter. Jewlander like Israel, take that motherfucker. Okay. You are your mother's daughter. You are your mother's daughter. Loathing husband and children. And you are the sister of your sisters, as Judah, who loathe their husbands and their children. Your mother was a Hittite, and your father an Amorite. Again, I don't know about that. It doesn't say who started Jewland. It doesn't say who started Jewland. But it definitely talks about Judah and Israel being mother and daughter. But Jewland, I guess, is the sister of Judah. But we don't know who started Jewland. But apparently it was an Amorite and a Hittite. Okay. Your elder sister is Samaria, who dwells with her daughters to the north of you, and your younger sister, who dwells to the south of you, is Sodom and her daughters. You did not walk in their ways, nor act according to their abominations, but as if that were too little, you became more corruption than they in all your ways. As I live, I swear on myself, motherfucker. Yeah, I swear on myself. Neither you nor your sister, nor your sister Sodom, nor her daughters have done as you and yours have done. Look, this was the iniquity of your sister Sodom. She, okay, the iniquity, okay. She and her daughter had pride, fullness of food, and abundance of idleness. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy, and they were haughty and committed abominations before me. Therefore, I took them away as I saw fit. And also, all the men of that city tried to hump my angels for no real reason. Yeah, that was just the last straw. Like, they should have never did that because those angels wasn't fucking with anybody. But they showed up at Lot's house like, we want to rape these guys because, you know, our peckers are all hard and shit. So we need to ride these guys, you know, like the horses. Save a horse, ride an angel. You know, that's all they wanted to do. And it's like, no, I gotta get rid of you motherfuckers. There's no reason to hunt my angels. Okay. Samaria did not commit half of your sins, but you have multiplied the abominations more than they, and have justified your sisters by all the abominations which you have done. You who judged your sisters bear your own shame. Also, because the sins which you have committed were more abominable than theirs, they are more righteous than you. That's a weird thing to say. Why would I say that? Because they're not righteous at all. All these people are fucking terrible. Okay. Wait. They are more. Where am I at? They are more righteous. Oh, right here. Yes. Be disgraced also and bear your own shame. Shut your fucking mouth because you have justified your sisters. So shut up. When I bring back their captives, the captives of Sodom and all her daughters, and the, do you need me? Okay. And the captives of Samaria and her daughters, then I will also bring back the captives of your captivity among them, that you may bear your own shame and be disgraced by all that you did. Then, when you comforted them. Why can't I read? When your when your sister Sodom and her daughters return to their former state, and Samaria and her daughters return to their former state, then you and your daughters will return to your former state, like before y'all turned stupid. For your sister Sodom was not a byword in your mouth in the days of your pride. Yup, that's a fucking thing that happens. Everybody's like, yeah, we're going to get destroyed by like Sodom and Gomorrah. But they never say why. They're never like, it's because I'm a fucktard and I'm telling other people to be a fucktard. So there's going to be fire and brimstone and whatnot. Yeah, because everybody but me is a bad guy. Oh, time to get off. But we're not even close. Man, motherfuck, I talk too much. Okay, here's this. Okay. Before your wickedness was uncovered, it was like the time of the reproach of the daughters of Syria and all those around her, and of the daughters of the Philistines, who despise you everywhere. You have paid for your lewdness and your abomination, says the Lord. I will deal with you guys as you have done, who despise the oath by breaking the covenant. Nevertheless, I will remember my covenant in the days of your youth, and I will establish an everlasting covenant with you. Although I'm not exactly sure why, but okay. Then you will remember your ways and be ashamed when you receive your older and younger sisters, for I will give them to you for daughters, not because of my covenant with you, not because, and I will establish my covenant with you. Then you shall know the fuck I is, and you may remember and be ashamed and never open your mouth anymore because of your shame. I need to learn to do that. Me, Nikki K, right now, I need to learn to do that because maybe I shouldn't be so honest. But if I'm not honest, then I'm fake. It's a real problem. When I provide you an atonement for all you have done. Okay. That's the end of chapter 15 and 16. And wow, Chris, you hung out the whole time.
Okay. The voice changer is distracting. Just throw it in the washer. I liked your pillowcase idea. Yeah, well, you know that's how you wash bras and underwear, right? You throw it in a separate thing. They make little bags for bras because if you don't put them in their own little thing, they get all tangled up and shit. So you throw them in a pillowcase and you tie the pillowcase with a hair tie and then you throw it in the washer. So I figured maybe that would work for a wig also. And you have a daughter, so you're going to have to learn how to do that because the bras get caught on everything and then it's a whole fucking mess. So it's better to wash your bras in a pillowcase. Or they make these little mesh little they're mesh laundry bags. Throw them in a mesh laundry bag and they'll also get clean. But a pillowcase is better because then it doesn't stick to the bag and then you gotta, try to get the little tongs out of there or whatever. Just throw it in a pillowcase. Yep. I'm a girl and I do laundry sometimes, not all the time. But that's how I would wash my bras. They also do it like that in prison. You throw all your clothes in a little bag, though, a little mesh bag, and they just wash the whole bag. Yeah, whatever works. Hey, you're gonna have to learn to do that. You have a daughter, so you should take all the advice that you can get on washing girl clothes. Yep, because you're not supposed to wash girl clothes with boy clothes. Although I just throw everything in the washer, I don't care what's in it. But they need to be washed separately because they're different materials or whatever. And don't wash the jeans with your clothes. Wash them separately and wash all the jeans together so they can frictionate over each other. Yeah. I just learned all this the other day because Dustin doesn't want me throwing all the clothes together in the washer because apparently that's bad. Yeah. I just learned that the other day because Dustin, he's tired of me washing clothes wrong. It goes in dirty and comes out clean. I learned a lot about poop and laundry, don't worry. Well, again, you guys are all I have, so I do worry about you and my cats and my raccoons. I don't think you know how important you are. But we have been on here for over an hour. Are you ready to go? Nobody came in today. It's totally it's totally a thing. Like everybody must have took their medicine and gone to sleep. I took my medicine and woke up. Actually, I quit taking sedatives though, so I don't just fall asleep anymore. But anyway, we'll smoke this last cigarette and then talk about going to bed, right? And by the way, I don't know anything about poop except for if you have a high fat diet, your poop will float in the toilet. So you can tell if you have a high fat diet because your poop floats. Don't ask me why I know that. Oh, I know that because of House, the genius medical doctor. That's the only reason I know that. I think everybody took their medicine and went to sleep. Damn. I lost all my cigarette tubes. Oh, speaking of, let me tell you what happened. Hold on. Let me get back to my mic. I'll tell you what happened. So, I'm friends with all my neighbors, right? Like, I love my neighbors. I just introduced myself to them whether they liked it or not. I just show up at their house with bowl of food because I have a real problem with just taking my neighbor's random food sometimes. I'll just make food and just take it over to them. So, anyway, my neighbor from across the street, we don't have a lot of money right now because Dustin lost his job. So she brought over a Christmas present. And I was like, dude, I can't buy you a Christmas present. She's like, I don't care about that. I'm like, no, like you brought over a Christmas present. Shouldn't I reciprocate? I don't have the money to reciprocate. But anyway, she brought over a bag of tobacco, a box of tubes, and a whole fucking thing of candy. Like, literally, a whole fucking thing of candy. And this giant ass, like, jar of toffee popcorn. I was like, like, I don't know. Like, but she brought over, oh, and she brought me a box because I hoard boxes. Okay. I can't get it. I already put it up because I want to put stuff in it. But anyway, she also brought me a little container. Well, it's like a box, but not a box. But anyway, she brought it over, and it was filled with a bag of tobacco, a box of tubes, a giant thing of popcorn, and a giant bag of candy. And I was like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing ever. But it's like, I can't pay you back. I definitely can't buy you a bag of cigarettes, dude. Oh my God. At least not right now. I can't, because I can't even buy me cigarettes. But she brought cigarettes over, like in a crutch, too. It's like, man, that's fucking amazing. My neighbors are amazing, but I can't reciprocate. But I did buy the dog across the street a big ass knuckle bone of some kind of something or other. But it was like maybe like a knee bone, or it was a calf with the knee on it. That's what it was. And I bought the dog that, but I wasn't able to buy anybody else anything. But I made sure that dog had a big bone. One Christmas, I bought him a bone that was like this big. It was like a dinosaur bone. And it took him a year and a half. It took him a year and a half to eat the whole thing. But then I bought him uh, not a big bone because I couldn't afford it this year. But I bought him a nice size bone, nice size femur bone with a knee on it. And he fucking loved that thing, man. Everyone is busy. The reciprocation aspect of gift giving is what makes it horrible. I'm not into it. Well, she said the same thing. She said, don't do that. And it's like, well, I mean, I feel so bad because I know how expensive those things are. That's the only thing I can buy is lottery tickets and cigarettes. But I have to ask for that money. And I know the cigarette thing is like $20 to buy like the cigarettes and the tubes. It's like $20. And this bag of candy is at least $15. So it's like, dude, you almost spent $50 on me for Christmas. And, when people do that, they expect something back. But she's not expecting anything back because she knows Dustin lost his job and stuff. Hey, Wheels, just exactly what I said. Everybody's gonna show up at the end. Oh, that's Neil's, not Wheel. Man, I can't fucking read. Hi, Neil. I love you and I've missed you. And you are super late. Oh, Merry Christmas, by the way. Did you watch yesterday's video? The Gift from Jesus? I recommend watching it because I think it's the best video I've ever made. There's a there's a couple other people that think it's the best video I've ever made. Even though I've done the Sermon on the Mount a lot of times and the message is usually the same. Look, I lost a subscriber because everybody thinks I was reading the New Testament. I'm not fucking reading the New Testament, and if I could never read that fucking book again, I will not. And then people don't realize because I made that nice video yesterday, which I don't regret making, but and it also makes me mad that people subscribe but then unsubscribe when they when I say something they don't like one fucking time. And it's usually they unsubscribe because I shit on the New Testament because I'm right and they don't like it. But my reading yesterday, I was talking all about hating the New Testament. So I don't know why she unsubscribed today, because it was a girl. She's like, thank God I found your channel, and then unsubscribe. It's like, go somewhere. I didn't want you here anyway. That being pretend shit is no fun for me. Actually, it is kind of fun for me because I get to talk shit when you realize, oh my God, I'm in enemy territory. Because you're definitely in enemy territory if you believe all the shit that you've been taught because you've been lied to all your whole life. And people also don't like that. They don't like the fact they've been lied to and somebody pointed it out to them. It takes them a long time to realize that and to come to terms with it. And then they come back. So there is always that. They do come back sometimes. Like the journalist and the two wrestlers and what is it? Hold on. The journalist and the two wrestlers unsubscribed and then resubscribed. And who else was that? The Department of Defense people have never went away. The spy that watches my channel has never went away. Although I've never met them or even talked to them, but I know they watch my channel. I've talked to the Department of Defense guy. I talk to him all the time. I love him. But, and I thought I fell in love with him once, but I did not. I did not. I fell in love with the idea that he was a dangerous dude because he's in the Department of Defense. And I thought, oh, man, I love you so much. You're so dangerous. But then we both realized I have a mental disorder and that will never happen. And he's not as scary as I think he is. Anyway, that was it. But there's another one who watches my channel in secret. But I can't remember who it is. Oh, the Mormon. The Mormon watches my channel in secret. Even though I shit on Mormons constantly. And a couple of Catholics watch my channel. Even though I shit on Catholics constantly. They watch my channel in secret. Because I am a guilty pleasure. My dad called me a guilty pleasure. And there's a couple of people that watch from this site called For Your Pleasure. But they don't ever watch my live streams. They watch after. And they never press the like button. Ever. But they watch it. But it's like, okay, I need the watch hours. But I also need the subscribers. So at least they did that. But they don't press the like button. They secretly dislike me and they don't want me showing up on their thingamabobs. Anyway, enough about that. Neil, how are you? I wish Seven would have showed up because I need to actually tell him something, but he's not here. He might be sleeping, and I'll never remember again that I needed to give him a thingy. Doing good. Is it still snow a lot there in Canada? It's supposed to be 70 degrees here for one day and then go down into 30s for a lot of days. And it was like 50 degrees today. It was like fucking 50 degrees yesterday. Yep. Oh, and Neil, I got this new pajama set. It's super pink, but it has its own robe. It's a pajama outfit that has its own robe, and it's like a blanket. It's like a blanket robe. It's so nice. It was making me hot, but hmm. Oh, the Joker cards have fallen. Damn it, ICP is stuck in my head again. You know what this is like? You know the little smoking jackets that dudes used to have back in the day when they would smoke the cigars? And they had the little, or the Hugh Hefner robes that he was always wearing. That's what this kind of feels like, only more girly, you know? So it's like I got my own smoking jacket. And dude, I would walk around in a robe all day if people let me. And I do. I say if people let me. I do walk around in a robe all day. -20. Holy shit, dude. When are you gonna get the Ohio weather? Oh, weather goes north to south, right? No. Yes. That's why we get all your shit, so it'll be coming here. Don't worry. It's probably what's bringing us down to 30, 32 degrees. And you know what I just thought of? You know how the black hole sucks things in? Maybe our weather is changing because we're getting closer to the sun, because that black hole controls everything and it will gradually sucking the planet into it. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking, because science is going fucking stupid. So we need some logic and science. So maybe the black hole is pulling us closer to the sun. Because Neil deGrasse Tyson said one time in a show that the earth is getting pulled away from the moon. like a little bit every year. The moon gets, or the earth gets farther from the moon and closer to the sun. We're going to be sucked right into that thing, and then we're going to be fucking obliterated immediately. Or the black hole isn't going to suck us into it, and the world will end and end up looking like Mars because the sun exploded in like 10 million years. Something like that. I think they said the sun will explode or go completely dark because of all the sunspots in like 10 million years. That was back before science got stupid. I bet if you looked it up now, it would be scrubbed from the internet because they want to make science stupid. So, I don't know that to be on the internet because science is turning stupid. I don't know, but what do you guys think? I mean, Chris, you're a fucking science genius. You know, Neil, you're pretty fucking smart also. So what do you guys think? And if you've watched this far, comment in the comment section what you think about what we read, or what you think about, are we going to get sucked in the black hole, or is the earth, or is the sun going to explode first? Because we are getting pulled away from the sun, which means we're closer to getting we're closer to getting near the black hole. And you know, things rarely shoot out of the black hole, and nobody knows what that is. And we are not shooting out of the black hole. We're being sucked into the black hole. Or the sun is going to explode. One of the things is going to happen. I don't know. I don't know any of that to be true. Because it might not be on the internet anymore. Because, again, they're turning science stupid. Getting cold just like every winter. Well, that's because we are getting further from. No, it should be getting hotter there. But when it comes to the Earth, we are on the side of the moon. So, yeah, because no matter which way the Earth spins, the top of the world will always be looked down on by the moon, right? So it would always be cold, whether it's pulling away from the moon or not and getting closer to the sun. Like the north part of the world will always be freezing fucking cold because you are in the light of the moon always. That is just what I think. Again, you could look it up, but it might not be there anymore. And I can't even show you the YouTube video because I don't know which one it is from Neil deGrasse Tyson. But he doesn't talk about the black hole. He talks about the Earth being pulled away from the moon a little bit at a time every year. Still waiting for global warming. That's not going to happen because the top of the Earth is still always going to be in the light of the moon and turned away from the sun. So me personally, I think that stuff is going to always be cold. And global warming is not a thing. If you look at the Earth, it is more green than it has ever been. And it's not because of global warming. It's because the Earth is just getting more green. Because there's a lot of people and we breathe what trees need to live. And the cars breathe what the trees need to live. So, I don't know. But if you want to ask me, they were trying to make everybody wear the masks so they could say, it's global warming, you see? You see all your faces? Look, and if it was global warming for real, everybody would have acne. It would be like a mask is covering your whole face. And instead of the bumps, from the CO2 being trapped in your face for the whole time, and you break out in that acne and shit because the CO2 is just sitting on your face like this for fucking ever. Part of me feels like they did that on purpose, to trick you into thinking it's global warming. But I didn't wear a mask at all. And why do we wear masks? Because I don't want global warming on my face. That's why. And then Dustin's like, well, if you just tilted, I'm like, shut the fuck up, because it's true. We are getting pulled closer to the sun. It has nothing to do with global warming. It has to do with climate change and planet movement. Or not climate change. Climate change has to do with planet movement closer to the sun. And the CO2 and the oxygen levels have been different all throughout history. The first part of the earth, it was mostly CO2. That's why the plants were so big. And that's why the plants were so fluffy. And the only thing living on earth were tiny fucking people and giant fucking dinosaurs. And then, as the CO2 started to die because we were moving farther from the sun for some reason, the planet started to change. Climate change is a natural fucking thing that happens to a planet. It's not just, oh my God, we need to worship the sun god and throw greenbacks at the sun god. Everybody wants to talk about primitive people believe that the sun was their savior. So do these other people. Climate hysteria has been a thing since the beginning of time. They used to sacrifice virgins to the sun god. Okay? That is a thing that happened because they wanted the weather to change. And they gave it the most important thing that they had. virgins, for some reason, are the most important thing. But now, the most important thing is money. And if you give money to these greedy ass people, they'll ask the sun god to stop it. It's not a real thing. It's made up by greedy fucking people who know how to subvert statistics, or whatever that word is. Overt statistics. They know how to use statistics to manipulate people. And they're all fake ass statistics made by a dude who was getting high with his friend and decided, hey, you know what we should do? We should do what the primitives did. We should sacrifice the most important thing we have to the sun god. So maybe, just maybe, the black hole will quit sucking us into it. But again, I don't know. I only got my GED to get out of prison. I didn't I didn't graduate high school. I was sort of good at science, really bad at history, really bad at math, really bad at history. I was really good at writing and English and language arts. I am a writer. Although, don't ask me what things mean because I have no idea. I'm just really good at writing stories. I have a whole book that I wrote, but I need to fill it in with details. But I wrote it in prison and I thought, man, this is a skeleton of a book. I can make it better when I get out of prison. But I just read it to myself a lot of times. I'm like, man, I'm so good. I should fill this stuff in. But I edit my work as I'm writing it, and it's hard. I need somebody else to do it, but I gotta fill in the details first. So I guess anyway, does that make sense to anyone? Like, did that sound? I know you said yup, Chris, but I don't know what you said yup to. And I would like to know if you guys think I'm onto something. Mm, okay. I guess we're gonna smoke one more cigarette before I need to get out of here. I guess I don't really need to get out of here, but I've been sleeping way too long lately, and I've been taking my pills at the wrong time in the morning because I stay up so late with you guys. But really, I think I need to start going live earlier so that more people can see me. But if Dustin gets a job before the 1st of January, I might be able to um I might be able to pay the $25 to start going live on this other streaming platform that I can stream to YouTube, Facebook, and pill.net. And I think it'll work out for the good. But I've tried to pay for streaming services before, at least twice before, but it didn't work out so well for me. Except for this one. I paid for this one a couple times. But also didn't work out so well because you can't stream to people on this live stream platform because it's not a platform that only hosts your videos. Okay, but there's not an audience except for on YouTube and Facebook, but on the pill.net, I think you can stream from there to their platform, right? But also a couple other platforms. So I was hoping to do like 3 of my websites. Okay, is that it? Chris, did you leave? Neil, did you leave? Everybody left. Okay, well, then I guess I can just go to bed. Okay. Well, I want to tell everybody good night. I love you. It's time to give the pillow some head. Put on some lipstick. Put a ring on it. Get it all over your face. Drool a little bit. Then have a postcoital cigarette. And, well, Neil, you're still here. I didn't even know you were still here. Well, I love you. Anyway, you can have, no, look, give your pillow some head, your sheets some ass, a postcoital cigarette, and the sweetest dreams ever. I love you so much. Hold on, I just want to play this song again. Right. I'm sorry. I had to. I love